What if I told you that football is standing at the edge of the biggest changing of the guard in modern history? For nearly 2 decades, the sport belonged to just 2 names. Every Ballon d'Or debate, every Champions League night, every World Cup dream, and almost every football conversation eventually came back to the same question: Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi? Together, they scored more goals than anyone thought possible, shattered records that looked untouchable, and inspired an entire generation to fall in love with football. But time is undefeated. The era that defined millions of childhood memories is slowly coming to an end. And now, the biggest question in football is no longer who was the greatest. The real question is, who will be the next king? Finding the next king of football isn't as simple as scoring the most goals or winning a single trophy. History has shown us that football crowns only those who can dominate for years under unimaginable pressure. The next king must possess extraordinary talent, a winning mentality, consistency at the highest level, and the ability to perform when the entire world is watching. That's exactly why so many incredible players have failed to reach the throne. Some had the talent, but lacked consistency. Others won trophies, but couldn't carry their teams. A few suffered heartbreaking injuries that changed everything. Becoming football's next king requires much more than greatness. It requires creating a legacy that survives long after the final whistle. For years, many believed the answer was obvious. When Kylian Mbappé exploded onto the world stage, winning the FIFA World Cup at just 19 years old, people believed football had already found its next global superstar. His blistering pace, fearless dribbling, and remarkable finishing made him look unstoppable. At almost the same time, Erling Haaland arrived like a goal-scoring machine, unlike anything football had seen in years. Week after week, defenders simply couldn't stop him. Goals became routine, records started falling, and fans around the world wondered whether the future rivalry had finally arrived. For a moment, it felt as though football had already chosen its 2 new icons. Then football reminded everyone how unpredictable this sport truly is. A new generation quietly began rising across Europe. Jude Bellingham started controlling midfields with the confidence of a veteran despite still being incredibly young. Pedri demonstrated intelligence and composure beyond his years, while Jamal Musiala dazzled defenders with creativity that seemed almost effortless. Vinícius Jr. evolved from a talented but inconsistent winger into one of the world's most dangerous attackers. Florian Wirtz returned from a devastating injury and immediately looked like one of Europe's brightest playmakers. Suddenly, the race wasn't between 2 players anymore. It had become a battle between an entire generation determined to write its own chapter in football history. But then something happened that nobody expected. A teenager from Barcelona began producing performances that made even experienced football fans stop and stare. At an age when most young players are still learning the basics of professional football, Lamine Yamal was already playing without fear against some of the biggest clubs in the world. He wasn't simply surviving at the highest level. He was demanding the ball, creating chances, beating defenders, and playing with a confidence that seemed impossible for someone so young. Comparisons to legends arrived almost immediately, but the pressure grew just as quickly. History has seen countless wonderkids disappear before fulfilling their promise. Would Lamine Yamal become another forgotten talent, or was football witnessing the birth of its next global superstar? The truth is that nobody can answer that question today. Football has always rewarded consistency more than potential. Every player in this new generation has moments that suggest they could become the face of the sport. Mbappé has already conquered the world stage. Haaland scores goals at a breathtaking rate. Bellingham leads with remarkable maturity. Vinícius thrives under pressure. Lamine Yamal possesses a level of technical brilliance rarely seen at his age. Yet history has taught us one unforgettable lesson. Talent introduces you to the world, but discipline, resilience, and longevity decide whether your name will be remembered forever. As one legendary era slowly fades into history, another is preparing to begin. Somewhere among this extraordinary generation is the player who will lift football into its next chapter. The stadiums will still be full, the trophies will still be lifted, the Ballon d'Or will still be awarded, but the face standing at the center of that new era has not yet been decided. In the next chapter of this story, we'll examine every major contender in detail, their strengths, weaknesses, biggest achievements, and the one quality that separates great players from true football kings, because only one of them may eventually inherit the throne left behind by Messi and Ronaldo, and the answer might not be the one the world expects. The search for football's next king has never been more exciting, because every generation produces incredible players, but only 1 or 2 manage to define an entire era. Today, the spotlight shines brightest on a handful of extraordinary talents, each with a different path to greatness. Kylian Mbappé has already achieved what most players can only dream of. He became a FIFA World Cup winner, as a teenager broke countless scoring records, and has consistently delivered on football's biggest stages. His explosive speed, deadly finishing, and ability to decide matches in seconds make him one of the most feared forwards in the world. If success were measured only by trophies and goals, many would already call him the natural successor to Messi and Ronaldo. Then there is Erling Haaland, a striker who has redefined modern goal scoring. Standing tall with incredible strength, blistering pace, and almost perfect positioning inside the penalty area, he has turned scoring into a habit rather than an achievement. Defenders know exactly what he wants to do, yet stopping him remains one of football's greatest challenges. Season after season, he continues to break records that many thought would survive for decades. But football's greatest king must do more than score goals. He must inspire, create unforgettable moments, and carry the weight of an entire generation on his shoulders. Jude Bellingham offers something completely different. He isn't just a midfielder, he is a leader. Despite his young age, he plays with the maturity of someone who has spent 15 years at the highest level. Whether his team is winning or losing, he demands the ball, controls the tempo, and refuses to hide from responsibility. Great kings are remembered not only for their talent, but for the confidence they give everyone around them. That is exactly why so many experts believe Bellingham could become one of football's defining figures over the next decade. Vinícius Jr.'s journey proves that patience can transform potential into greatness. Early in his career, critics questioned his finishing and decision-making. Many believed he would never fulfill his enormous promise. Instead of listening to the criticism, he worked relentlessly until he became one of the most dangerous wingers in world football. Today, his pace, dribbling, and ability to change the course of a match have made him a nightmare for defenders. His story reminds us that future legends are often shaped by how they respond to failure rather than how they celebrate success. And then there is the youngest name in this conversation, Lamine Yamal. While most teenagers are still dreaming of professional football, he has already shown remarkable composure under enormous pressure. Every touch of the ball carries confidence beyond his years. He attacks defenders without fear, creates opportunities from almost nothing, and plays with a creativity that reminds fans why football is called the beautiful game. But history also teaches us an important lesson. Football has seen many teenage sensations who disappeared before reaching their full potential. The challenge for Lamine is no longer proving that he is talented. The real challenge is maintaining that level for the next 10 or 15 years. So who truly deserves to be called the new king of football? The honest answer is nobody yet. The throne left behind by Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo cannot be inherited overnight. Those two legends dominated football for nearly 2 decades, winning countless trophies, breaking hundreds of records, and delivering unforgettable moments year after year. That level of consistency is what transformed them from superstars into icons. The next king must prove that he can do the same across an entire generation, not just for one brilliant season. Perhaps the next king will be Mbappé, lifting more international trophies and continuing to dominate Europe. Perhaps Haaland will rewrite every goal-scoring record ever imagined. Maybe Bellingham will become the complete leader every great team dreams of. Vinícius could continue his incredible rise, while Lamine Yamal might develop into a once-in-a-generation genius. The truth is that football's future has never looked this exciting because, for the first time in almost 20 years, the crown is no longer owned by anyone. It is waiting to be earned. One day, children around the world will wear the shirt of the player who wins this race. Stadiums will chant a new name. Future documentaries will tell the story of the footballer who took the game into a brand new era. But until that day arrives, one thing remains certain. The greatest chapters in football history are never written by predictions, they are written on the pitch. And somewhere, in front of millions of fans, the next king is already beginning his journey.